Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another Stormworks video and welcome to episode 32 of our classic career survival series. The plan for today is to get our amphibious rescue truck finished and ready to complete its first mission. I've got a bit of a list of things in front of me here that we need to add or change on our truck, so let's take it back to the workbench and get it done. Alrighty guys, here we are in the workbench once again. So I thought we'd start off by putting a little hatch on the top here and some ladders on the side, and then we might make our way to the interior and the rear tub. So let's put a hatch in this little corner here, I think. Let's go hatch and see what we got to play with. Might just use one of these normal ones, be fine. Turn that around and make it fit just like so. Very good. So we're going to build everything in white today, and then we'll change over the colors afterwards. So let's chuck a couple of ladders in here and go up like, can I get them the right way? Yep, just like so. And then we'll get rid of every second one, just to make it look a little bit better. Very good. And what we could probably do here, is that open? Yeah, that gets the wheel arch. Let's get a step and fit it in this little corner here. So we'll turn that around and go boom. Very good. Now, on this side, we might have a bed. So we'll grab our bed, our personal bed, not that one, this one. And we'll turn it around that way. Very good. And what we could probably do, we might grab a little wedge, I think, chuck it on the corner and just have a couple blocks going across like that. That's probably all right. I don't know. We could put some wedges along here too. What would that look like? Let's see. No, don't like it. We'll leave it like that. That's fine. All right. So on this side, I thought we could have the medical beds. Let's go back to beds. And we'll chuck that right in the middle. Perfect. Nice. And we'll just fill in the sides like so. I guess that's all right. Let's chuck a couple of wedges on the corners maybe. Make it look a little bit better. We'll go like that and like that. Yeah, that's not too bad. We'll put a bit of a specialist equipment in there. We'll come back to that though. At the moment, on both sides, we're going to put some ladders on the walls here. So ladder. And we're going to come from the top like this. Turn them around that way and come down. And once again, delete every second one. Very good. So now we'll grab a couple of blocks and just fill that in. So we've got a little bit of painting to do after this, but that's okay. And then moving on to the back, I thought we could put some toolboxes in this back corner on either side, then put a few seats in the middle between that and the battery boxes there. So maybe what we could do, let's go like this, and we might go, let's try some doors, and maybe we can have them open up. Maybe we might use these ones, might be a little bit of a better idea. Turn them around like this, I think is how we're going to want them. Just like that, so they open upways, and we're going to have a bit of equipment in the bottom there. So let's go to specialist, and let's see what we need to put in there. So some fire extinguishers on both sides is not a bad idea. Which way is that facing? Yep, that way. All right, so we might go 1, 2, and then we got 2 on that side as well. So that's 4. And then on this side alone, we could probably have some welders. So maybe we can go around that way. 1, 2 normal welders, or maybe we should go 3 normal and 2 underwater. Not a defib. That's going to go inside underwater. And we'll chuck a couple of them. Oh, I had them right the first time. Let's get them back this way. And we'll go 1 there and 1 there. And then coming over to this side, we could have some ropes. Let's go for some ropes, and we'll chuck a couple of those in. 1, 2, 3, 4 ropes. And we have a cable and a hose down here already, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, we might just fill that up with ropes then. That's probably fine, actually. And then we'll just fill that back in on each side, and that is A-okay. Now, in the middle here, what we could probably do, what if we fill that in? Grab a few little wedges. We can go up like that. Very good. And then we'll grab some seats, and we might just go with some of these ones. They look the best in my opinion. I quite like them. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're not going to quite fit 4. That's a bit annoying. What can we do about that? Maybe we should just get rid of that and just put 1 there. It just looks a little bit boxy. Oh, well, that's how it's going to be. Now, what we might do, we get rid of that as well. That's a bit strange. We'll put some wedges all the way along there. We'll go up to there. And we need an inverse pyramid, just a little baby one, to fit in that corner. That is probably fine. It's not too bad. I'm not happy with these boxes, though. They're a little bit boxy, but anyway, it is what it is. That's fine. It'll work. Now, we could probably put some sort of hatches on the bottom here so we can get to everything if we ever need to. So we might just use some doors for that, some lockable ones. Can they fit long ways along here? Is that going to work? Oh, yeah, it will. Okay, that's a little bit weird, isn't it? Let's do it anyway. We'll put 1 there, and we'll just keep coming down like this, I suppose. I don't know if I really like this, actually. Can I not get another one after that? I should be able to. All right, so something like that. We can only fit 4 in there, and then I guess we're just going to have to fill in this little area here. A bit strange, I know, but we sort of do need to be able to get down there, and that's sort of the only way I can work out how to do it. We're going to do the same thing in here too, so it's not going to be the prettiest inside, that's for sure, but it's going to work, hopefully. Now, how on earth are we going to do this? We can't go under there. Let's turn one around this way, I guess. We'll go like that. So there's one down that end. Then we're going to need one down this end. What if we break into there slightly? We can go like that. That'll probably work. It's a bit, like I said, it's a little bit weird, but hopefully it works out okay. It should be fine. And since we're using doors as well, I might quickly put one on this side too, because we have one on the other side and we don't have one here. So what we could probably do with that, we'll just go with the regular lockable one. Is that what we got on the other side? I think so. And we'll turn that around that way. Whereabouts is that one sitting? Towards the front piece. All right, so we have to come up one more and we'll stuff it right there. Very good. And we'll just fill that in with some regular blocks. So all the whites we have to fix up, obviously, but we'll do that later on. That is fine. And next up, I would like to fix our problem about our no grip on our wheels. So I was thinking we can make them go to the maximum size and then we're going to go high grip. So we're going to do that for all 8 of them. Okay, so something just like that. I think it looks pretty tough like that. I quite like it a lot. Very nice. Also, we need to change this button to a double-sided toggle button. So let's grab one of those right now. 2-sided, and we're going to chuck that right in there. That's a little bit better. So we should probably just hook that up now. So whereabouts are they going to? Where is that pivot there? So this rear door output needs to go up to the button, and that is that problem sorted. Very good. And just while we're at the back of this thing, I'd like to round off these corners too. I think that might look a little bit better. So we'll just grab a few wedges and fix it up just like so on each side. Very nice. All right, so while we're just on the outside of the truck, I would like to add some sort of rope anchor to the roof here, just so we can pick it up if we ever need to. So maybe we could have one on each corner like that. Have a couple, maybe sitting a couple behind those spotlights there, and then we have to have one right in the middle. I think that is more than enough. That should be fine. And we're also going to need a few on the front. So maybe we can just chuck them under here. Would that be okay? It should be fine. Just go like that. Yeah, it's not too bad. And then we have the winch in the middle. That is fine. And we're also, maybe we need a couple on the back too. We have those ones on the side, but I might put one just in the middle here as well, just in case you never know. So we'll just fill that back in as normal. And we could probably put just a couple up here and maybe just some there as well. So we have plenty of rope anchors and plenty of rope. So we should be fine for recoveries, hopefully. We also need some lights on the rear here. So maybe one spotlight or a couple spotlights coming out of here will be okay. Or maybe we could just go next to the exhaust stacks, which should be fine. And we're going to color them so they're a little bit darker. It's probably a good idea. So we'll just go with like a dark gray. Can I? Yep, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so that shouldn't be too bright. That should be fine. And maybe just a couple of let's go back to here. A couple of work lights on the side wouldn't hurt either. So we have some sticking out like that. Well, that's a little bit weird. I might not have that actually. I don't like the look of it. Maybe we could just have some brake lights on the back here like this. We'll turn them around, go boom, boom. Okay, and maybe we could just have some sort of little lights in here somewhere. Something like that. We have some lights under the toolboxes and under the battery boxes there. That is probably way more than enough. And then we'll just squeeze a few more in here too. So maybe we could just go there and there. It's probably fine. Turn them around that way. And then we're going to need a couple in the cockpit too. So we could just go like this, or in the cabin rather. Something like that. That's not too bad at all. All right, and we have 2 more things we need to do on the outside. First one being some heaters. Let's grab some of them. We need to keep all the people warm outside that are on the back here, because it is, yeah, they're in the open. Not great for them. So we're going to put some there, and we might put some here as well. That should be enough for everyone on the back. And then we're going to have, this is going to be an overkill of heaters, isn't it? Maybe we can just have one on the roof up here, so we can keep everyone in the back here nice and warm, hopefully. Put one there on the roof, and then we'll have one in the cabin here, just under this area. Should be fine. Make it face that way. Very good. So that is plenty of heating. Everyone should be nice and toasty if they get aboard this thing. And the last thing on the outside I'd like to do is add a couple of windows under here, I think. Window 1x3. Awesome. So we'll chuck that right there. Very good. That's not going to be too bad, actually. Let's paint that black now. Grab the black. Need this one, please. And black. And paint that like so. That looks a little bit better. At least we can see down the side of us now. I don't know how often we'll need that. But anyway, it's there. Oh, there is actually one more thing we need to put out here. And that is a speed sensor. So let's grab one of those. And we need a linear speed sensor. Just chuck that on the roof next to the heater there. That'll be A-okay. Alrighty, so now it is time to actually work on the interior. So what I'm going to do a little bit of this off camera, and I'm going to come back with it, and I'm going to show you what we've done, because this could take me a while, so we'll see how we go. Alrighty guys, so that should be all finished now. We just have a little pop-up map there that kind of tilts up towards the driver a little bit. We have a speedo just there, And we have a button for our interior heaters right here. And when you turn the actual truck on, there's a separate button for the electrics that turns on all the lights inside the truck. So they're automatically turned on whenever the truck's running, as well as these headlights here and some rear brake lights there, some like park lights rather. We have a button here for the outside heaters, and then we have two buttons here. One is for the spotlights, and the other is for these rear deck lights. There's a few other little bits and pieces I've done. I've put a little bilge pump in here so we can pump out in case it floods. Only for underneath though. I don't think we're going to need one for the cabin. We should be a-okay. But the last thing we need to do is add some equipment for our medical bay here. So let's go to specialist equipment. So we're going to need a defib. So I might actually take two of these with us at all times because I found myself needing more than one sometimes. And then on this side, we're going to have some first aid kits. So we'll go around like this, go all the way along like that. I might put a few more in actually. Maybe there's ladders on that wall. What's on here? Is there anything on that wall? No, it should be fine. All right, let's put a few more on here as well. Let's put another 6. That should be plenty. So turn them around this way and go all the way along. So as far as I'm concerned, that should be just about everything we need to get going. There's probably, hopefully I haven't missed too much. We may end up adding some pivots in the bottom. We're going to go test this out and see how it floats for the final time, and then we'll make a decision on that. But otherwise, I'm going to give everything a bit of a paint. We'll fix up all the paint that we've mucked up and finish off the interior painting, and then I'll be back in just a moment. Alrighty guys, everything is all painted now. Hopefully I haven't missed too much. I've also just added a little reverse button in right there, just for our wheels so we can go backwards, obviously. So let's spawn it all in and give everything a bit of a test and make sure it's all good to go. It is starting to come dark, so we might have a quick snooze as well. Let's jump up inside. Oh, dearie me. That needs to be painted. Anyway, we'll shut that door. Oh dear. Okay. So it's all right when it's shut. That's the main thing, I suppose. Let's go inside and have a quick snooze, and then we'll check it out in the morning. Alrighty, it is now the morning, which is really nice. So let's have a look. We got all these little doors so we can service everything downstairs, which is really good. We have our little toolboxes with our bits and pieces in each side. Very nice. Let's test if these outside heaters work. And they do. Yep. Okay, this is a bit annoying running over all these. Goodness me. Anyway, what is that? Our deck lights. Yep, they all work. And we have our rear spotlights. Very good. Let's make our way inside. We'll shut the door. Very nice. So we've got heaters here. So one there and one up there. They both work. Very nice. Yeah, what do we got going on here? That's sticking up just a little bit. That should be pretty good. So we push number 1 and everything is on. So we've got some front lights on all the time, like daytime running lights. Our interior lights all come on, and these rear lights back here, as well as the monitor and whatever electronics we got. I've missed a bit of paint right there, so I have to fix that up as well. Now, this is for our engine, so I didn't label that button. Let's throttle that one right up. Very good. So that's the gen output right there. We have our temperature and our RPS, and that is our speed, which doesn't actually seem to work. So we need to hook that up and fix that paint there. Okay, so we'll do those two things when we come back. That is all right. So we have our map here, which seems to work pretty well. It looks like it's cut off slightly in the dash there. That is a bit of a problem, actually. Yeah, I don't know what we can do about that. I might just have to leave it, or maybe we can just have the dash lace flat, I suppose. I'll have to do that. We'll see how we go. Anyway, let's go for a little test run on this thing. So we have quite big wheels on this thing now, and they're at high grip. So hopefully it's going to grip a little bit better. So let's take this thing down into the ocean, and we'll go for a little test run. It is a little bit windy as well. Whoa, boink. Big drop. That's all right. Let's go down this way. Nice. And we're going to turn on our propellers in just a moment. And just take it easy. Yeah, nice and careful. There we go. Awesome. Very good. So how well are we floating? I mean, it could be a little bit higher. Maybe a few pivots wouldn't hurt, to be honest. Like, we're actually sitting pretty low, aren't we? I don't know. It might be all right. Let's go for a little test run. Turn on those rear props and put them on full. And all the way up like that. Very good. All right, so we can turn around in the water, which is really good. So we can come around this way. Nice. So our speed doesn't work, so there's no point checking that. Okay, it all seems to be working pretty well. I might just cram a couple little pivots in there to help it float a little bit better. But otherwise, that's okay. And I don't think these need to be on all the time. Yeah, I might have the front lights be able to turn off separately. I don't think I like that. The rears are fine. They can stay on. Doesn't really bother me. So let's go up and fix a couple of things, and we'll take it back out and check the rest of it out. Make sure it's all good. Let's just go up onto the land here. So we're going to go full throttle on our wheels. Yep, take the rear props off and head up the mountain here. Do we have enough grip to get up? Looks like we do. Nice. Good. Lucky. All right, very good. All right, so now how on earth do we get back up here? We're going to have to try and work that out. Look at these big tires, man. They're absolutely massive. Very good. Alright, so how on earth can we get up here? Maybe this little spot over this way? Might be okay. How's the temperature going? 37. Okay, we've got to keep an eye on the temperature. It's another thing I'm a bit worried about. Should be fine. Alright, and up here. Oh, go, go, go. And yes, we did it. Alright, let's take this thing back. Alrighty guys, so I've just fixed up a few little bits and pieces here. That monitor does no longer stick up as far. It's only on a fraction of what it was before, so we'll see how that goes. The speedo should work now. I have a lights button here, so that will turn on the front and the rear lights now separately. We have some pivots in the front and some pivots in the rear, and I fixed up the paint on this rear door and that little light inside. So hopefully we've got everything. I guess we're about to find out. So let's save everything, spawn it in, and see if it's all good. Let's jump aboard. We'll open up that little door, thank you, and climb aboard. We've missed a little spot, but that's okay. Doesn't really matter, can't see it now. Let's go inside and we'll shut that door. Thank you very much. Now we've got a few things to test out here. So first of all, let's turn the monitor on by pushing number 1. And yep, that works a little bit better now. Very good. Much better. Cool. All right. So now we've got lights on the front now and on the rear. Very good. We also have a few more buttons on our seat here. So let's turn on the roof lights. Yep. Jeez, man. They work. Very good. And bull bar lights. Nice. Our little bilge pump button, does that work? Can we hear it? Yep, I can hear that going. Okay, very good. The last thing we need to check is if the change monitor button works. So let's push that. Yep. And we can cycle through all the cameras. Very good. And the infrared mode, does that work as well? Number 4, yes it does. Awesome. Everything seems to work pretty well. Very good. So I guess we're going to take this thing out in the water now, make sure it's all working fine. So let's turn that all the way on. Turn it on. And yeah, RPS going up, gen output, and the temperature. Now, is our speed? Yeah, our speed works now. Very nice. All right, so let's head out of the garage. We might go down the end of the runway, and then we'll head off into the water from there. Just want to go for a little spin, see how fast it moves. Oh, we are going into the wind, though. It's not very fair, is it? Anyway, we're doing just short of 70 at the moment by the looks. It should speed up a little bit more. Yeah, that's all right. Our battery is staying full, which is the main thing. I don't expect this thing to be a race car by any means, so that's okay. And we are going into the wind, like I said, so we're not doing too bad. Anyway, so let's go up a little bit further, and then we're going to jump into the water. Where is the best spot? Let's actually go down right here. Oh, that's a big drop. Ah! That's okay. Boom, look at that suspension working. Doing its thing. Very good. Okie dokie. So let's go down here. Just big drops, man. Let's go into the water. Make sure everything's a-okay with these pivots. Let's just jump in right here, I suppose. Whee! And splash. Very good. All right, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, that's all right. Now let's just turn the rear props on all the way. And let's start moving through the water here. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't want to drive through too big of any waves. We are going into them. It's handling it okay. We can turn around as well, which is very good. Let's come for a stop right here. And we'll have to see how fast it goes too. Now, we can go up this little hatch here to get in and out now, which is good. So let's go up like this. Let's go up. Can I not get out? Seriously? Okay, there we go. Good. And shut that hatch. Maybe it's not a good idea coming up right at the exhaust there. Oh, well, that's how it's going to be. Let's go back inside and see how fast we move in the water. Okay, so it's a little bit slow, and we are sort of going with the waves as well. We're only doing about 35. It's not great, is it? But it's all right. For an amphibious truck, I don't mind. It's mainly going to be for rescues anyway, kind of on the land and just coming into the water if there's a boat close by, but that's a-okay. Now we need to find a spot to get up. That is a bit too steep. Might have to keep going around a little bit. See what we can do. That's all right. Let's go up on this iceberg, actually. That'll be fun. Let's go up here. Yes. All right, we'll get ready to turn these wheels on, get them spinning in a moment. That's handy. It's like a big ramp we can just drive up. That's good. Nice. And full drive. Yep, and turn off those rear props. Very good. So we're heading up here now. Very good. Okay, so everything seems to work pretty well. The only other thing I'd be concerned about is the temperature. I have to keep an eye on that and see what it gets to. But that is a-okay. 295 on the gen output. That's very good. Nice. All right, let's just pull over. Right here. Very good. Are we going to get blown away at all? Not at the moment. That's good. But anyway, guys, that might do us for today. Next episode, we're going to do a few more missions. We're going to stick around the Arctic for a couple more days, and then we're going to build something to head back home in, which should be pretty fun. But for now, I'd like to say thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.